You wanted to hits, well we got them. From California to Japan, the people have spoken. The best of the best, from hip-hop, rock, pop, and every genre in between. And we're here to play them, so get your dance shoes ready and listen to the sounds of worldwide music right here, right now, on the Stream Current Show.
Liftoff of mission 41D, the first flight of the orbiter Discovery, and the shuttle has cleared the tower.
It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
What's up, everybody? This is your host, Wild Oscah, and you are listening to the Stream Current Show, radio-style podcast featuring songs from artists and bands worldwide, any genre. That's right, we play all the hits all the time. Well, as long as you're listening to this. So we're here. This is the Stream Current Show. Like I said, it's a radio-style podcast. So what we do is we feature a few songs by artists or bands, and we tell you a little bit about them, play their song, and then where to find them on social media and all that jazz. And then we'll get into some topics, if we have any topics. I haven't got any topics picked for this show. I put a calling out on my personal artist Facebook page for topics, but nobody seemed to jump on it. So we're just going to wing it, and yeah, so that's that. This is the month of May, and things are starting to get a little brighter, a little warmer. The sun is shining. The flowers are blooming, the bees are buzzing, and we're about to head into the summer months. So, speaking of which, when it comes to summertime, typically that's when most performers, artists, bands, whatnot, have more shows, concerts, venues going on. So if you have an event, or if you're performing at a pub, or you're doing a concert, or you got any kind of show at all, and you want that news to be released on this podcast, send us an email and we'll make sure that we advertise your event right here on the podcast. Speaking of which, you can find this podcast on YouTube on the Stream Currents channel. So that's Stream Currents with an S, or you can go to the website at streamcurrents.com/podcast and you will also find it there and all the latest episodes. Make sure if you go on the YouTube to subscribe so that way you don't miss future episodes that we will be playing. So, you can also find us on social media at Stream Currents on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And make sure to comment, like, share, and we recognize you. We'll follow you back. It's all about getting those views, getting those people, because without you guys listening to this podcast, basically we're just listening to the music by myself. By we, I mean me. Me, upside down, makes a we. Know what I'm saying? Anyways, so we got a good lineup today. We got a few artists from California. We got one from England, Great Britain, all the way across from me at least. So if I haven't told you, we're podcasting, whatever, from Halifax, Nova Scotia, which is a small province on the east coast of Canada. And we have an artist today who's across the Atlantic Ocean in Great Britain. And we got two artists from California. So we'll be getting to those here in a bit. Just want to give a shout out to everybody who was on the last podcast. We had M. Andre, Phil Marinucci, and we had John Rains, who's actually from Lunenburg, Nova Scotia. So he's a fellow Scotian. We're going to be playing their tracks at the end of the show from the last podcast. If you haven't heard their songs, make sure to check them out. We'll be playing them at the end. As with every episode, we'll have like a little outro list with previous artists that have already been on the show, and that's how we're going to end the show. As well, on Spotify, we've made a playlist called The Stream Current Show. So if you go on Spotify, look up playlists and look up The Stream Current Show, and everybody who's featured on the show will be added to that playlist. So make sure to add that playlist, put it on repeat, show your friends, and yeah, so that's what we got there. So tonight, whenever you may be listening to this, ask yourself this one question. Do you like chicken? Because I love chicken. I absolutely love chicken. You know what I don't like about chicken? The goddamn price. That's right. What the hell is going on? Like, is chicken really an expensive animal? I mean, you feed it like pebbles or whatever you get it, corn. And then you come to the store and it's like $20 for a couple little pieces. I can't believe it. I'm outraged. I'm stuck eating these breaded chicken nuggets like every fucking day. And it's driving me nuts. And not only is it driving me nuts, it's probably killing my heart with all the cholesterol, all this processed meat. Food prices, man, when will they come down? I'm about to become a cannibal. No, I'm just playing. I don't want to scare you guys. But no, on the real, like, food is crazy expensive these days. Inflation is nuts for everything. But I can't understand why something like a chicken costs so much. I see a cow. A cow requires a lot of work, but a chicken, you literally put it in a cage and give it corn. I'm about to get my own chickens. The only thing is I won't name them because I got to eat them. If I name them, then I can't eat them. Anyways, that's my disgruntled rant for the day. The last podcast stretched on a little long. It went on for about an hour, and which was fun for me. But honestly, I don't think anybody in this day and age has an hour to listen to anything. So we're going to try and shorten it up a bit. I'm going to watch my gab and make sure I don't ramble on too long because I have a tendency to do that. We're going to try and shorten it up a bit. We're still going to get the artist played, but I'll try and watch my ramblings because I do tend to get sidetracked a little bit. And a little forewarning, I am recording this at home, so this is not like in a super fancy professional studio. It's, what I call my studio. But you might hear the occasional meow. You might hear a dog bark. If somebody interrupts me and asks me, hey, did you leave this somewhere? So I'll say, hey, did you want to be on the podcast? So hopefully nobody interrupts me. I've told everybody who lives here that I'm doing the podcast. So, yeah, that's that. Maybe someday we'll get a professional studio and then things will be all legit fancy schmancy. Anyways, don't want to dwell on the faults too much. Let's stay on track with the positives. The positives, we're here. We got the music. We got you guys. We got, I was going to say chicken, but we got it all, if you know what I mean. Like we got this podcast. This is the second episode of the podcast. And my favorite part about doing this podcast so far has been interacting with the different musicians. Connecting with different people from different parts of the world, and it's been great. I mean, I started a hip-hop career. I started a record label. It's officially a registered record label. It's an official business. I have to pay taxes and all that shit. It's called Stream Currents Productions, so this is actually what's producing the Stream Currents show right now. And I don't really plan on becoming the next best thing. Like, I'm not going to be the next Tupac or Eminem or anything like that. But I like to showcase what I can do with, like, music videos and sound production because I offer services. So I offer video and sound production services. But connecting with different people has been great because I've been hearing lots of great sounds, different styles, different flows, and just stuff that you normally don't always hear, because the thing with music, we're so used to just listening to whatever kind of comes across your way, and usually that's mainstream. And now, I'm not saying we won't play mainstream artists on the show. If Drake reaches out to me and says, hey, Wild Oscah, can you play Pop Star? I'll be like, okay, I don't mind, Drake, if that's what you want. But we have a lot of artists who are on this show that are recognized, but I haven't heard personally myself. And it's great hearing new artists. It's great hearing sounds that I've never heard before because it really opens up my eyes. How many talented people are out there doing their thing, making music, and there's a lot of skill to it. I mean, I was listening to some tracks today by one of the artists, Spendoe, and man, he's got a whole catalog, and I was just bumping to it all day. I went to go pick up some business cards and just bump into it, right? And typically I'll listen to all the artists and check out some of their other tracks. So just because somebody's only got like one song submitted for this podcast, it's not that they only have one song. Go check them out on Spotify. Go check them out on YouTube. They're bound to have plenty of tracks that you can listen to, all different styles. And it's really cool, like the fact that these artists are putting their music out into the world for people to hear. And it takes a lot of work. For anybody who hasn't made music, it's right from the get-go, it's nonstop, right? If you don't like hard work, don't bother making music because it's nonstop. Everything from promoting yourself to making the music, web development, accounting, you name it, whatever you have to do. Because when you sell music, you officially become an entity, and then you kind of have to figure out everything from there. And there's also performing, doing press releases, talking to media. There's just so much involved when it comes to music. But with all that hard work, it's also a lot of fun, and it's very, very rewarding. So if you are an artist out there, okay, here's my cat trying to crawl on my computer. Get away, cat. She's going to screw the whole podcast up. She's persistent too. She doesn't stop. So if you are somebody who is interested in getting into music, get that pad and paper, start writing some lyrics. If you play an instrument, you know what I mean? Like, just practice, and love what you're doing, and don't be afraid to go forward with it, right? Just don't let anybody tell you not to follow your dreams. If being a musician is what you want to do in life, by all means, fucking pursue it. Don't wait until you're 70 years old, watching Jeopardy. I love Jeopardy. Watching Jeopardy, just wishing you had put out a song, strumming to your guitar, crying in the back room, drinking your beer. Now, don't do that. You know what I mean? You still drink beer and play your guitar, but with the ambitions that you'll do something with it. Because why not? You have one life to live. We only get this one opportunity in life. And, I mean, there are some cultures that believe that we're reincarnated and whatnot. And, that's cool. But what if you're not? What if you're not reincarnated? You have this one life. So take advantage of it. Do what you gotta do, because ain't nobody gonna do it for you. All right, so no further ado, we're gonna start off. We're gonna play a song here by Zak BP, and that's Zak with a K. Let me pull up my smartphone here. Funny how smart these phones actually are. I'm absolutely amazed by the technology of phones and quantum mechanics. I mean, it's incredible what we can actually do. So we got a song here by Zak BP. Now, Zak is from Birmingham, England, Great Britain, I believe. Hopefully it's not in Scotland, otherwise I might get in trouble for that. And he comes from an industrial town. He's actually an engineer, and he studied at university for things like copyrights and like things that had to do with music. You know, he's really tailor-made himself to be an artist and do the research of what needs to be done. Actually, I got an EPK from this guy. I'm going to check that out instead. Be a little easier. Now, I've been researching these guys all morning, reading their stuff over, saying to myself, I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember this. And then all of a sudden the podcast starts and boom, blank. I can't remember shit. Yeah, you think I'd be able to remember more where I do hip hop and I have to recite lyrics, but man, I tell you, sometimes my memory is shot. I just don't want to miss anything, to be honest. Okay, so I got it pulled up here. And here we go. So, okay, nope, wrong one. Okay, we're fucked here. We'll come back after we do the song and make sure that we get in any information that we missed. So yeah, so Zak BP, he's an engineer. He comes from an industrial town. His song is about like the everyday life. And see, now I'm saying that all wrong. Holy jumpin' Jehosies. Okay, so the issue is I've got so many different platforms that I'm trying to find the messages and everything from different places. Like I said, we'll come back after we play the song. Zak BP, engineer. He's also a model. He was also featured on the BBC. I think it's called The Midland Show, hosted by a guy we will find out after the break here. And his song... Yeah, we're totally disorganized. We do not apologize. Because if we apologize, you guys might hold it against us. No apologies. No regrets. Living one day at a time. One song at a time. Okay. Got the song here. We got it. It's called More to Life, which is all about feeling like you're stuck doing the same thing day to day with no results and wanting more out of life. All right, we're going to get into that. We'll be back. You guys sit back, relax, check this song out. Cheer.
You're listening to the Street Curb Show.
Make it rain,
I feel like I'm stuck in a loop. There's gotta be more to life. So many things I want to. Look, I feel like I'm stuck in a loop. There's gotta be more to life. So many things I want to do before it's my time to die. When it's my time to shine, all eyes on I gotta make them notice. Go through hard times, I'm leaving proof. Can't lose track or focus. Always thinking the worst. I find it hard to tell my brain. When you're in dark times, it's hard to ever feel the same. Fuck the lies, the stories of pain. No one cares at the end of the day. So pick yourself up, got to man up and deal with pain. Never selling my soul. If it's not meant to be, then I've just got to accept it. When I was younger I got upset, but nowadays I don't care about rejection. If they're talking on me, they're fans. I'm just happy that I got them mentioned. If you don't like me, I don't care. I don't want your vote like an election. I've done things that are out of character, but I won't let it define me. I remember life on my pedal bike, black tracksuit and Air Max 90s. Now if there's no designer on me, I'ma step in out, not lightly. Falling into the trap, that's the problem with society. I feel like I'm stuck in a loop. There's gotta be more to life. So many things I want to do before it's my time to die. When it's my time to shine, all eyes on I gotta make them notice. Go through hard times, I'm leaving proof. Can't lose track or focus. I feel like I'm stuck in a loop. There's gotta be more to life. So many things I want to do before it's my time to die. When it's my time to shine, all eyes on I gotta make them notice. Go through hard times, I'm leaving proof. Can't lose track or focus. Making my family proud is on my mind, I can't be a failure. When I left school I thought I was gonna make it. It was all in my head but times got scary. I've always had big dreams, gotta succeed, make it out of my area. Wanting big whips, all black, with a cream interior. Life is a blast, good and bad, it's just where you make it. When Miller said that I knew it was facts, so I had to embrace it. One in half these people are fake, and they are constantly changing. I'm a social guy, but I'd rather stay inside than deal with fake shit. I've done things that are out of character, but I won't let it define me. I remember life on my pedal bike, black tracksuit and Air Max 90s. Now if there's no designer on me, I'ma step in out, not lightly. Falling into the trap, that's the problem with society. I feel like I'm stuck in a loop, there's gotta be more to life. So many things I want to do, before it's my time to die. When it's my time to shine, all eyes on I, gotta make them notice. Go through hard times, I'm leaving proof, can't lose track or focus. I feel like I'm stuck in a loop, there's gotta be more to life. So many things I want to do, before it's my time to die. When it's my time to shine, all eyes on I, gotta make them notice. Go through hard times, I'm leaving proof, can't lose track or focus.
Make it rainy, Bazzy. Why not make this, baby?
What's up, everybody? We're back, and that was Zak BP with More to Life. And I actually do have to make an apology. Zak BP is not from Birmingham. He's from Nottingham. Fuck. How the fuck did I screw that up? All right, so Zak BP from Nottingham. Like I said, he's an engineer, he's a model, he's a hip-hop artist. He's only in his 20s, and he studied at school for contracts, copyrights. Like, the guy's got a lot going on. In the show that he was on, the BBC introducing him on the East Midlands show, hosted by Dean Jackson. So BBC is quite a plug to have, really, when you think about it. For us, the equivalent here in Canada would be like the CBC, which is one of our main radio stations / telecom, cable. Like, they got TV shows, radio. It's the main plug if you want to get heard as an artist here in Canada. So yeah, there's what's to come. There's lots of exciting things coming for Zak BP this summer with new singles, videos, performances, and more news announced soon. You can follow Zak BP on Instagram at ZakBP.1, YouTube, Zak BP, on Spotify, Zak BP, SoundCloud, Zak BP, and TikTok. I am ZakBP.1. Check him out. That was his track. With each song that I play today, we're going to be posting up the album cover while the track is playing. So if you're wondering what the album looks like, say if you go look on Spotify and you're wondering how to find it, at least you'll have a little bit of a guide on how to find it by seeing the album cover up there. So yeah, thank you, Zak, for submitting your track. Hopefully we did it justice and we didn't make you pissed off. Saying somebody's from the wrong city when you've asked them to be on a show is enough to get somebody fucking killed. So we truly do apologize for that. So Zak is from Nottingham, not Birmingham, Nottingham. Pretty cool stuff. That was a great track. Love the beat. Good flow, great flow. And that nice voice in the background is always nice when you get a female addition to a song. It tends to make the track a little bit more dynamic. Yeah, thanks a lot for submitting your song. Hopefully you guys can check it out. Go on Spotify, YouTube. Check out all the streaming platforms. But make sure you go on Spotify. That would have been a cool name. Spotify. And check out the Stream Current Show playlist. It'll also be posted on there if you are trying to find it, as well as all the other songs that we'll be playing on the show today. So next up, we got Spendoe. And Spendoe is from California. American. And I got his stuff here too. I just got to pull it up. I'm not so savvy with my phone. I need like 6 hands so I can do this. It'd be like an octopus podcaster. The Octopus Podcaster coming to you soon. Okay, enough of that. I had them all opened up and then they all closed on me. God damn it. What am I doing here? Good thing nobody's paying me to do this. But you guys are paying by listening. So let me get on track here. Get my shit together. Enough with the goofy ass shit. Let's get real here. So we got Spendoe. And Spendoe's got a couple albums there. He's got 3 full-length albums. Extended plays, 9 singles, compilation, 3 song appearances for other artists, international feature in Australia, and about 2 more albums of unreleased material going on. So he's got a lot going on. Like I said, he's from California. I'm trying to see exactly where California. I think he's from the Bay Area. Yeah, Bay Areas. And the song we're going to be playing was released by Done Deal Digital, which is the label. Chia Pet. Do you guys remember those Chia Pets? When I was growing up, I wanted one so bad. I thought it was like magic that something would grow so fast. And they come in all kinds of different things. Like you can get like a head of Abraham Lincoln with grass growing out the top. All kinds of crap. So yeah, we got Spendoe here. So Spendoe's from California. I'm trying to check some stuff out here, but like I said, I should have memorized all this stuff ahead of time. We're just gonna jump right into the song. So we got this song from California, and it's a hip-hop song, just like the last one was. We got no bands or no rock music or anything. It's going to be all hip-hop, this podcast. So I hope you guys like hip-hop, because that's what we're going to be playing. I love hip-hop. So we got the song here, just trying to pull up the name. It's called To the Top, and it was released on the 3rd month, 25th day in 2022. It's a single produced by Sarit and released by Done Deal Digital. So without any further ado, here is Spendoe with To the Top.
Here on the Street Current Show, we play the best hits worldwide.
Yes, another one. Now, I just want to explain some things here. Late nights, early mornings, please believe I stay rolling. Gone in the wind, taking swigs of the potion. Gin my chai, but you don't know about that. Right before boiling point, steep and let it sit back. I'm really on that green tea, I've been a connoisseur. Embracing what's old and I acknowledge the newer. I admit it's really fewer people from my era. Came up in the mob, things I seen will really scare ya. Haters wanna tell you like some tissue on the roll. All them suckers going down like a ball on the pole. The rhetoric is old and I ain't even trying. I've been shift my focus, most these cats be lying. Alone I've been vibing, working something heavy. I'm really God's gift, heaven sent, it ain't many. Flows I got plenty, steady changing lanes. Eyes on what's real, I've been dealing with pain. The sun and the rain, the moon and the stars. I'm staring at the ocean while I'm splitting this cigar. Yeah, I raised the bar, but some don't understand it. I keep it 100, never shady, underhanded. My bag's been packed and I'm really on the journey. I let the haters talk, but I promise it don't worry me. I'm really in a hurry, but I'm moving on my time. The stars they align and I just heavily grind. All I do is grind, stay moving and I'm grooving. I'm hearing I'ma get it, mix the old with the new. Get lost in the stew if you don't really understand it. Some say I talk in code, others say it's drunk in Spanish. The wind stay blowing when the sun go down. At times I get lost, but in the end I'm found. I really been around trying to see some better things. Inspired by what's genuine and loving the pain. You know my life, it ain't the same, it's like I'm on another planet. She want me on the spine like a surgery, I tap it. I'm really on it laughing, a lust for the couple times, now it's boring. The sun and the rain, the moon and the stars. I'm staring at the ocean while I'm splitting this cigar. Yeah, I raised the bar, but some don't understand it. I keep it 100, never shady, underhanded. My bag's been packed and I'm really on the journey. I let the haters talk, but I promise it don't worry me. I'm really in a hurry, but I'm moving on my time. The stars, they align and I just heavily grind. Yes, I'm back. See, y'all didn't expect this from me.
What's up, everybody? We're back. That was Spendoe with To The Top, single released by Done Deal Digital label. And if you want to check out Spendoe, he's got a link tree. It's Spendoe, so Spendoe. That'll give you all his links, but we'll go over them right quick. So on Facebook, it's called Official Spendoe. On Instagram, it's Spendoe Music. On Twitter, it's Spendoe Music. On Tumblr, it's Spendoe Music. And on YouTube, it's Official Spendoe. But like I said, go to the link tree, type in Spendoe. You'll find all his links, all his press releases, everything on there that you need to find out. And I was bumping to Spendoe all morning. There was all kinds of different tracks I checked out. One of the tracks I really liked, it was called It's My Things. I'm not sure if that's the name of it. I should look it up real quick. But all kinds of bumping tracks. It's got that classic West Coast vibe. And I mean, he is from California, so that would make a lot of sense. Speaking of California, we have another artist here coming up from California. And actually, I think he's from the same area. I'm not totally sure. His name is Day Day. And he's got a song here. It's called West Coast Party. So we're going to get into that in just a moment. Trying to find out a little bit about Day Day. Can't find a whole lot right now. But I can tell you one thing. You can check him out on Instagram and on Facebook. Check him out. Follow him. It's Day Day. And then it ends with CTS. In case you're wondering where to find him. That way you can get in touch with his music. He's also on Spotify. Check him out on there, Day Day. And like I said, we'll be putting up the album covers with the songs that we're playing here today, so you have an easier time finding them as well. If you can't find the songs, check out our playlist, The Stream Current Show, and we'll have the songs on there. So you'll be able to just quickly say, oh, fuck yeah, that's what I heard on the podcast by Wild Oscah. So we're going to jump into that next track. With no further ado, here is Day Day, West Coast Party.
The Stream Current Show, brought to you by Stream Currents Productions.
You are now listening to the hottest producer with the hottest beats on the net. Star on the track.
Come on, everybody, where we going now? We know what you like and we gon' show you how. Put it in the end, pass the bottles round. West Coast party, know what's going down. Cali, that's my birthplace. Santa Cruz to the town. San Jose and on the Frisco, homie, it goes down. Bring the party everywhere I go, yeah, I'ma show you how. Take your itty bitty bottles, throw that Bama weed out. Laid some seeds in Sacramento, LA, and even Fresno. Used to push packs before they knew what packs let go. Sitting in a mini mansion with expansion on my mind. I've been bashing, yeah, I'm bragging, cause it's here one of a kind. Come get a bird's eye view. Live every day brand new. Yeah, the party don't stop, that's how the Bay Boys do. When the ladies get to screaming, Henny tipsy and they leaning. Call up Holly for the Molly, now I'm scheming like a demon. Please don't wake me if I'm dreaming. I'm just trying to bring the 90s back. Everywhere I'm at, I'm trying to go to where the party at. Short, long, flame, night train, and a party hat. Where we going next, you can bet I'm bringing all of that. Come on, everybody, where we going now? We know what you like and we gon' show you how. Put it in the end, pass the bottles round. West Coast party, know what's going down. Come on, everybody, where we going now? We know what you like and we gon' show you how. Put it in the end, pass the bottles round. West Coast party, know what's going down. Henny, that's me, can't hang, that's on you. I'ma need a fifth of black, second thought, maybe two. Got a pack full of loud, yeah, I'm high and I'm proud. I'ma gas up the whip and just ride around town. Look for something to get into, not a boys ain't my scene. Rather jump on a plane, feel the time in between. Got my lady on my arm, so I'm higher than I seem. Doing say the right things and know how to keep it clean. I'm a studio fiend, so wherever we go, ready to lace a few tracks that got it ready to go. It's the experience of living, seeing things a little different. Step outside your comfort zone, listen to me, pay attention. I can go hard and play hard, get it up and stay hard. Lord pound and drove them, blow some more, don't got the same chord. It's not just wishful thinking, it's just how I get down. Ready to clown, where we headed, we the flyers around. Bet. Come on everybody, where we going now? We know what you like and we gon' show you how. Put it in the end, pass the bottles round. West Coast party, know what's going down. Come on everybody, where we going now? We know what you like and we gon' show you how. Put it in the end, pass some bottles round. West Coast party, know what's going down. Come on everybody, where we going now? We know what you like and we gon' show you how. Put it in the end, pass the bottles round. West Coast party, know what's going down. Come on everybody, where we going now? We know what you like and we gon' show you how. Put it in the end, pass some bottles round. West Coast party, know what's going down.
Chill, we're back. This is Wild Oscah, and this is your host for the Radio Style Podcast, the Stream Current Show, which you are currently listening to. And that was Day Day with West Coast Party. And I feel like I need some gin and some extendos. It's got that vibe, if you know what I'm saying. I just, too bad I'm a recovering alcoholic, and I haven't drank in like fucking over 7 years because I used to drink mouthwash. That's right, mouthwash. You want to rot your brain? Drink mouthwash. That's why I can't remember shit. You know what I mean? Don't blame me. Blame the mouthwash. Why would they make shit with alcohol in it if you can't drink it? Nah, I should kind of lighten up about that because there are people who actually suffer and, chronic alcoholics, and maybe what I'm saying is triggering them. It's true. I did drink mouthwash. But if I was to drink to this song or that song that was just playing, I would be drinking gin and I would be smoking a big ass extendo. Because that's how they do it on the West Coast. Yeah. So yeah, that was Day Day with West Coast Party from the Bay Area. Check him out on Spotify. If you want to follow the guy, follow him on Instagram, Day Day CTS. And I think he's got a Facebook page too. Check him out on there, Day Day. All kinds of great music today. It's been a pleasure having everybody on the show today. Well, I shouldn't say on the show, featured on the show. Last time I did a podcast, I said, blah, 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 so-and-so on the show. And I didn't have the quite, right grammar. So, I think people had the impression that people were actually on the show opposed to being featured on the show. So if I could get all these people actually on the show, it would be amazing. What I do plan on doing in future episodes is getting somebody who's already been on the show to call in and having the phone, I'll put it on speakerphone, and we can kind of be on the show together. So if you are listening to this right now and you're an artist who was previously on the show and you want to be part of a show, actually talk about some of the songs and whatnot, so it's not just me talking to myself all the time, that would be awesome. We can make that happen. Liven things up a bit. I'm as well going to try and get some other people to podcast with me. It's really tough because everybody works different hours, and I started a new job too, so I'm busting out hours. I was just lucky to have today off to be able to get this podcast done. I was supposed to get it done yesterday, but some things came up as per usual. It's like Murphy's Law. Anything that can go wrong will go wrong. But never mind it. We got through to the next day, and we're here, we're podcasting, and we're podcasting from Halifax, Nova Scotia, land of the clam. Clams and all kinds of seafood, lobsters, cod, mackerel, you name it, we got it. If you don't like seafood, we have the best donairs in the world. And if you haven't tried donair, they are awesome. We're not going to get into donairs too much because we talked about those on the last podcast, but we are famous for them here in Halifax. We have a pizza shop. Well, it's more like a donair shop. They're called King of Donair, and straight up, the best donairs. But, well, they have some pretty good donairs, but I actually think the king of donairs is Tlaney's Pizza in Porter's Lake, which is just outside the city. That's just my own personal preference, but they stack you up, man. They make sure you don't go hungry. That's for sure. Anyways, starting to think about food here. This was the podcast, The Stream Current Show. I want to thank all the artists for submitting their music and cooperating with me, and hopefully I didn't fuck things up too much for you guys. We got to make sure that people out there hear you guys and you guys get heard, and it doesn't help when I'm messing up names like Rottingham or Birmingham and Nottingham, so just as a last reminder, Zak BP is from Nottingham, England, not Birmingham. Nottingham, he is from. We'll try not to make that mistake again. Thanks a lot for listening. There'll be future episodes coming roughly once every 2 weeks. It all really depends on my work schedules like right now and other circumstances, but we're going to try and put up an episode roughly once every 2 weeks. If you are an artist or if you are a band or any kind of musical performer, artist, whatever, and you want your music heard here on the show, the only thing you need is to have your music on Spotify and YouTube, an EPK, an artist profile or something, just so we can tell the fans a little bit about you. I know it's not always possible, but it just helps me tell them a little bit about you. Not if I'm messing up where you're from, but and a downloadable MP3 so we can actually put your song into the podcast when we mix it down. And get at me. The email is emailstreamcurrents at, just 1 second, my cat's trying to climb on the computer. She's so bad. She hears me talking and she must love the sound or whatever, and then she wants to crawl over the computer. It's a brand new computer too. I don't want cat hair all over this. Anyways, like I said, email streamcurrents@gmail.com for sending your song submissions, or you can contact the website at streamcurrents.com/contact. And yeah, get at me. I'll be more than glad to play your music right here on the podcast. And we're just building up the podcast. It's only just beginning, so we're not reaching like thousands of views yet, but you never know. Things might change in the future. You really don't know where these things are going to go. And in the future, like come November, I was talking to a guy about doing a radio show for a local radio station, and he said they're looking for new shows, so there is a chance we might be moving this on air on a real radio station, and that would actually be really effing cool. And I'll be reaching out to every single person who was on this podcast to make sure that they have an opportunity to get their music played on the radio. Now, that's not set in stone, so let's not get our hopes up, but that is something that's potentially going to happen in the future, and we are planning for it day by day. Thanks to all the viewers, for everybody who was listening tonight, whenever you may be listening to this. We appreciate it. And make sure to follow these artists and check them out. I mean, they got a lot of good stuff going on, lots of great musical talent, and let's get them heard. Give them a like, give them a share. And if you like this podcast and you enjoyed listening today, share this, retweet it, do whatever. The more people kind of jump in there and do that, the more we're going to get heard, and it's just beneficial to everybody. Every artist, band, whoever we're playing here on the show gets that bit of exposure that'll help them out in the future. And we do this podcast because it's a way of connecting with artists. It also expands our brand a little bit. But in a sense, the deep core reason why we're doing this podcast is because deep inside, we actually want to help people. It's a character trait, just wanting to help others, and we can help ourselves by helping others. So like I said, this is The Stream Current Show. You can check out episodes on YouTube at Stream Currents. Check out the channel. And you can check out us on social media, on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, at Stream Currents, or you can go to the website at streamcurrents.com/podcast, and you'll find all the episodes on there. Thanks a lot, everybody. Hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful fucking day. And cheer. Don't forget to cook the chicken thoroughly. Otherwise, you're just wasting your goddamn money. Next up, we're going to have a couple songs from some artists that were previously on the show. So we're going to have Phil Marinucci. Actually, I should say them in order. So we're going to have, actually, that is in order. Phil Marinucci, and we're going to have John Raines, and we're going to have M. Andre. And hope you guys enjoyed. Have a good one. We'll have one too. Peace. Actually, before I go, I should probably say the names of the songs. So we got Phil Marinucci with Fly. It's like a rock song. We got John Raines with Burning Forever. It's like a country song. Really good song. And we got M. Andre with Altered State. So we'll be playing those. All right, guys. I'm gone for good this time. See you later. Correction, John Raines' song is Burn Forever, not Burning Forever.
There's nothing better than great music right here on the Stream Current Show.
Round again, all the times have changed.
You're listening to The Stream Current Show.
I know one thing about you, girl. You've got the warmest smile in the coldest world. Even the sun would envy the way that you light up the dark with your blue-eyed gaze. If loving you was a sin, baby, I would burn forever. Now you're just the same as you were before, and I know angels with a heart less kind than yours. Do you recall the nights the stars spelled our name? I could have burned to death in your arms, oh, the flickering flame. If loving you was a sin, then baby, I would burn forever. Loving you was a sin, then baby, I would burn forever. Burn forever. Burn forever. Burn forever.
The Stream Current Show, brought to you by Stream Currents Productions.
It's like, man, I'm like off the stage, man. You know, I'm just really out my body, man. But, I mean, I'm still grinding. I wake up and I get it, that's my only motivation. Time waits for no one. You thought you were impatient, there's a lot that we facing, but some don't understand it. No, I never planned it, it's just how I landed. Around the way bandit, let me steal your ear. I've been transparent, I make myself clear. Everybody got a fear and it might not be the same. There's a lot that weighs heavy, enough to go insane. Yet I'm calm and it's strange how I turn my life around. One foot in and one out, had me wondering how. And no, I never doubt the man upstairs. You ain't gotta worry, cause somebody cares. My life, it wasn't fair when I overcame some obstacles. Energetic yet I'm tired, I'ma need me a sabbatical. Embracing everything in this world that's pure. I thought I found the antidote, but it wasn't a cure. I'm living in the days that many won't share. I'm me and I ain't perfect, ain't nothing else there. Some things come in pairs, but with me they broke the mold. I've been around the block so I can never be sold. I'm living in the days that many won't share. I'm me and I ain't perfect, ain't nothing else there. Some things come in pairs, but with me they broke the mold. I've been around the block so I can never be sold. I try to find my good spot, that old feng shui. You know the yin and the yang, I gotta have it that way. Forever in the day, I wanna live with no worries and make my own time, so I ain't never in a hurry. My vision's kinda blurry with this water in my eyes. I'm happy and I'm sad, but everything gon' be be alright. Overwhelmed with the life and everything that's happening. I'm human, I ain't perfect, sometimes I'll be lacking. Distracted by the action, I'm foreign like a caption. This music gets me high and I just love it with a passion. Listen how I'm rapping, everything is natural, organic, that's the way. Let it flow like it's Moku Falls. Can you feel the essence radiated? So contagious. Depression is the mother, but this time we gon' make it. Everybody watch it, waiting on my failure. I'm cut from a cloth they stole, bought and I'm tailored. I'm living in the days that many won't share. I mean, I ain't perfect, ain't nothing else there. Some things come in pairs, but with me they broke the mold. I've been around the block so I can never be sold. I'm living in the days that many won't share. I mean, I ain't perfect, ain't nothing else there. Some things come in pairs, but with me they broke the mold. I've been around the block so I can never be sold. Let everything go, the insecurities, the pain. Everything that's on your mind is it'll drive you insane. You know I'm out the way because I need a bit of room. My mind's been expanding, and no, it's not the shroom. See me later, see me soon as I'm all around the clock. That cash is my painkiller, my family need a lot. And we about to make it pop and overcome some barriers. I'm past poor ready, all I need's a few carriers. The past I done buried it, I'm making room for new. And I ain't slowing me down, I'm still doing what I do. Never flake, I'm coming through, everything has been secured. And my focus been the money, while them haters just abhor. All my real ones they concur, but you can't read me like a book. The memoirs of a hustler, the portrait of a crook. No matter how you look, the way you see me is absurd. And there's some questions unanswered, omitting some words. I'm living in the days that many won't share. I mean, I ain't perfect, ain't nothing else there. Some things come in pairs, but with me they broke the mold. I've been around the block so I can never